Does the size matter? I mean, not what you're thinking, whatever you're thinking. I meant for cameras. Last time I talked about Sony A6600, which is APS-C camera. And before that, I talked about Sony A7III, which is full frame camera. And we already know both of them are still on the game in 2022. But there is a sensor size, full frame and APS-C. Which is better depends on that person's goal, use, and vision of the future. But I don't want you to think like, come on, big is better. Chill out, man. Let's be calm and let's see the difference between them, and let's find out which one is actually better for you. So today my mission is to show you guys the difference between full frame and APS-C using Sony A7III and A6600 and explain which one is for food. So first, let's look at the build quality difference. Okay, so the look is really different, like the position of a viewfinder and the thickness, the grip and weight and size. The holding feel is quite different. A7III is obviously fitting in my hand much better, but the light and small body of this A6600 is so attractive, and the monitor. A7III has a bigger one. Actually, I like this much better than A6600, but A6600 has a vertical flip screen. This actually boosts your filmmaking, photography, productivity, efficiency. So although there is a huge look difference between them, the function is not that different. First, the custom buttons and wheels, let's count them. A7III, 1, 2, 3, 4 custom buttons and 1, 2, 3 wheels. Plus this control pad. A6600, 1, 2, 3, 4 custom buttons and 1, 2 wheels, and doesn't have this control pad. What do you think? I think A6600 is doing really well, although it's smaller and lighter. It lost the size and weight, but not for functions. So you can have a better usability on A7III, but considering about price, size, and weight, technically they're not that different. But there are two things I don't like about A6600. Maybe it's not only for A6600, it's maybe for the APS-C cameras in general. First, there is only one SD card slot. When I make comparison review, I definitely need 2 SD cards. So that means I definitely need 2 SD card slots. Second, you can't use USB-C. Yeah, so only those 2 things. Except them, I have nothing to complain. So overall, APS-C and full frame, yeah, I think the build quality difference is less than you think. A6600 has pretty much what you need for shooting on a daily basis. Probably it's more than that. So next, let's see how the sensor size changes the image quality. First, sharpness and detail. For this comparison, the same lens was used for each, which was Sony 28-70mm kit lens. And both cameras have pretty much same specs. Both can shoot 4K videos and 24 megapixel raw photos. So if there is a difference, I guess that is because of the sensor size, I think. In video, there is no obvious difference between them. The sharpness is pretty much equal and there is no huge texture difference, even when it's zoomed in. Yeah, not that different. Both have a good sharpness, but only one thing, at the very small detail, I think A7III is a little clearer than A6600. And sometimes A7III has a sharper shadow, like black is tight. And in photography, when 2 images are side by side, it's hard to tell which one is sharper. Although there is a slight color difference, the sharpness is pretty much same. At the very small detail in shadow area, I can see A7III is a little clearer. But that's just a, really tiny difference. Both cameras have 24 megapixel and we can see both are equally sharp. So about the sharpness and detail, I think the sensor size doesn't matter that much, but at the very small detail, A7III sometimes was a little clearer than A6600. So next, dynamic range and color. I think especially dynamic range is one of the huge differences between full frame and APS-C. So both were shot on S-Log3 and color graded equally. So this is from A7III and this is from A6600. Okay, there is an obvious difference. In A7III, there is a depth between the darkest shadow and brightest highlights. The light expression is rich compared to A6600. A6600 is not bad at all, but it's just A7III has wider shadow range. like it has better light gradation. And about the color, I think there is not a major color difference. Their temperature and tint are totally matched. That's a small detail. Also, they're not that different. So obviously for the dynamic range, there was a major difference between full frame and APS-C. Full frame can take a little more like light information in, so I think that's making the dynamic range a little wider, and also S3 quality was clearer. But in color, I guess the sensor size doesn't matter that much. And also this is a huge difference between full frame and APS-C, which is low light performance. This is from A7 III and this one is from A6600. Well, overall they look pretty clean, but zoom in more. Yeah, definitely A7 III image has clear detail, and in shadow, A6600 has more noises. The amount of noise is huge difference. A7 III still keeps the detail, but with less noise. In photo, the same thing happens. There is no color or texture difference, it's just A7 III is smoother, like less noises than A6600. Well, about this, sensor size does matter. And I think this topic is something you're interested, which is the bokeh. Probably you already know full frame has more bokeh than APS-C, right? But do you know how much of differences there is between them? I'll show you. So both were shot on 50mm f4, but actually on A6600 it was 35mm. Anyway, they were shot on the same angle and aperture. So what do you think? Yeah, slightly A7 III has a little more blurred background, but it's not like f2.8 versus f4, not huge. Another footage, yeah, slightly A7 III image has a little more bokeh, but they are not that different, right? Surprised? So, some people are intoxicated with full frame bokeh, but the truth is they're not surprisingly different. The class is over next. So at the last autofocus, well, that was something I didn't expect. Most of the time, A6600 was a little faster than A7 III. Honestly, I don't know why this happened. I completely thought A7 III would be faster than A6600, and the tracking system was better on A6600. Please, somebody help us. Why this happened? Comment below. Okay, that was it. So which one is for who? If you want to bet all in the image quality, no doubt, go for full frame. And if you want to prioritize the size and weight and price, go for APS-C. You know, I talked about this strength of APS-C in this video, but APS-C is not only light and small. Also, the lens is more inexpensive than full frame lenses. So you can build the good lens system inexpensively with APS-C. And of course, it's small and light. In many ways, you can get the high mobility physically, financially, and mentally. And like I showed you, A6600 was really great camera. It definitely has more than enough in both of video and photo. So here, can I be honest with you? 100% of my honesty is coming. Maybe it's a little offensive for some people, but let's go. For example, if some beginners are gonna make short films, B-rolls, and photos with Sony A1, Sony Alpha 1, and I'm gonna make same things with A6600 APS-C camera, but I am very confident that I can make better. I can make much more higher quality content than that people. To me, if the gear is modern standard level, gears don't matter. Like I can kill the technology gap by my skills. You know, eventually it's just what it is. Like A7S3, A1, A7 IV, A7 III, A6600, they are all, you know, not that different in an image quality. You know, it's more like, you know, what to choose depends on your lifestyle. Like I can't decide what is the best camera from them. You know, it's like choosing 4-wheel drive SUV or compact sport car. You know, it totally depends on your lifestyle, purpose, right? So my point is, if you can't afford A7S III, you know, really expensive camera, and only what you can have is A6600 APS-C camera, but don't worry, you shouldn't be sorry for your camera. Like I showed you, this camera, A6600, is still awesome in 2022. Overturn the technology gap by your skills. you know, that sounds way cooler than people who rely on the technology so much. That spirit makes you grow a lot. So today's topic is pretty much it, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this one, show me a thumb and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you staying here until the end, listening to my story. Next time, yeah, let's talk again soon. いいんじゃない?